Hi everyone, this is Zav, and today in 3 little steps we're going to go through something that is, in my opinion, very important, because that has been one of my issues into taking action, and that is fear. And the 3 little steps are how to overcome fear relatively simply. You see, fear is something that can be, of course, holding yourself away towards what you want to reach, is holding you back, is pulling you back. But the important thing is that that fear can be a fuel as well for you to move forward. And by that I mean that that fear has been created consciously or unconsciously, most of the time unconsciously, about a specific event. And I'm not going into psychotherapy, into trying to find out what happened in the past, although we can, and with some NLP techniques you can get that sorted pretty fast. What I'm here to talk about is really how to move forward without digging too much in the past. So the power of that fear is that it can push you forward, because that fear has energy, that fear has intensity, and you can use it to your advantage. But first of all, you need to understand that fear. So the first point that I want to make here is that I've been using fear to my advantage quite recently, and I mean recently for the last 5 years or so, and that has been very, very beneficial for myself to understand myself even better. So the first step is to identify the fear. Usually we say, I'm scared. Now, I am scared implies that it is I, and that the scared is attached to I, my identity. And that already is an issue that we tend to have by using the words that are integrating what we are feeling and making it one with ourselves. So the first step is to dissociate ourselves from the emotion. And we're talking about the negative emotion. So from I am scared, if you can try to rephrase it into I feel scared. Therefore, there's a difference between the I and the feeling itself. And then, because there's still that feeling, which is linking it to I, you can rephrase it and reframe it slightly different and slightly further away from your identity by saying, I have a fear. And by that dissociates it even more. When you say, I have a car, you don't associate yourself with a car. You don't say, I am the car, right? So the appropriation of the fear by saying, I have it, implies that you can do something with it, that you're not identified to it. So that's the very, very, very important first step. Second step is to locate it around or inside your body. Find out where that fear is currently abiding. By that I mean, if you close your eyes when you have that fear, not that you are scared, when you have that fear, try to locate it somewhere, and you will pretty fast, actually, if you don't think too much about it, the first reaction that you have will be localizing that fear somewhere, either inside the body or outside the body, in the front, in the back of the head. Most of the time, a real fear will be more on the higher upper part of the body. It could be in the guts, could be in the stomach, but the important thing again is to identify it. Once you identify the location, try to describe it the best you can. Try to describe the feeling, not of saying, well, it's fear. I'm not talking about this. This is an emotion, and it's a word that we're attaching to the emotion. What I'm talking about is the feeling. Is it tension? Is it contraction? Is it heat? Is there movement? And are there additional descriptions that you could give to it? Is there a texture? Do you feel something as if there was a weight to it, or a movement? Do you hear something? Is it a voice? And it's okay if you hear things, but the point is that Identifying it will help you dissociate yourself from it even more. And once you've done this, we move to step number 3. And step number 3 is to engage with that fear, with that feeling, that sensation. That sensation has been created, again, based on one specific event or repetition of successive events that are very similar. But the important thing to understand about the fear or about that emotion is that it has a purpose. And I'm not talking about a higher purpose, I'm talking really about an intention. And the intention is most of the time to protect you from having a negative feeling or negative relieving of the event that happened or that has been happening from time to time. Once you engage with that feeling, with that emotion, and as if you were talking to someone, and it might sound crazy, but you might want to give a try, you might find some very interesting results. Engage with that emotion and ask that emotion what it is that it wants for you. And you will get a sensation. You might hear something, you might hear a word, you might feel something in your body and a sense of protection from something. The next thing is you can thank that fear for what it has provided, that security that it has provided for you and to you for all this time. And if you remember in a previous video about putting things in perspective, pause, understand, transcend, this is exactly what we're doing here as well, by engaging with that fear, with that emotion, and understanding what that emotion's intention is for you, and finally transcend it to say, well, thank you very much, you've done a great job so far, and as of today, I'm done with you, I am ready to let you go, and be very gentle about it. And if you are ready really to let go of that fear, it will disappear. You will end up maybe talking to yourself and having, oh, that fear is not there anymore. It's not even a fear anymore, because you will have transcended that intention and that understanding of what you were feeling. So here it is. I dare you to try that. Next time you feel a fear and you're conscious of it, it's not always easy to be aware of having that fear in that moment. And I said having the fear, not being fearful. Try these 3 steps, go back again to the process, watch again the video, and really try it out. And let us know, put some comments below, put a thumbs up, and share with all your tribe, all your groups, all your network who might be interested into this process. Very simple, 3 steps, very powerful. Until we talk again, breathe and stay centered. Take care.